Hey everybody, welcome back to Cruise Control. Of course, when stuff like this happens, we talk about it off the top. It's just difficult when we lose people in the industry, but we lost Tom Smothers actually today. And Tom was, of course, Tom and Dick of the Smothers Brothers. They started off musicians, and they didn't do the greatest in the 60s. They found they had to kind of add comedy in there. When they did that, they had like the magical equation that came together, and it was just something that was just legendary. Everyone loved them so much, but unfortunately, we lost him today after battling cancer for a long time. So at 86 years old, it's very unfortunate, but he's leaving behind a lot of great songs and comedy and sketches. I mean, think about if you watch that show, the comedy hour, you probably love it. But yeah, leaving great stuff back behind him. It's just sad to lose him. But we also lost somebody else. Laura Lynch disappeared. She passed away. Unfortunately, it was a car accident, everybody. This just went down. 65 years old, head-on collision, huge crash in El Paso, Texas. And she was the lead of the Dixie Chicks for years and bass player. And it's just one of those things. They're still looking into the whole situation to find out what exactly happened and hopefully get more information moving forward. Wait and tell you when we do. And then somebody else that passed away too, and this was one that was kind of just crazy out of the blue, was actor Lee Sun-ki-un. And Lee Sun-ki-un was on Parasite. He was also on Apple TV Plus series Dr. Brain. And he's been doing a lot of stuff and committed suicide. And it's just one of those things where his wife said he disappeared, apparently went to his car, and he killed himself. They found him next to a park. Now, there's been some stuff happening. This is in Seoul. And there's some stuff happening back there in South Korea where they've been kind of going after celebrities and going after musicians and all these different politicians and socialites that have been using drugs. And they're really doing a big crackdown on this. And he was under investigation right now for using illegal drugs, apparently psychoactive drugs and marijuana. And whatever was happening, that might be what it is. It might not be what it is, but he's apparently, unfortunately, gone too. So it sucks to tell this to everybody, but we like to report it. So RIP to all three of you. You're leaving behind a legacy. All right. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Cruise Control. It is Wednesday, December 27th, 2023. Welcome to Cruise Control, the home of entertainment news. I am your host, as always, Brian Kruse. Welcome back, everybody. Happy Hump Day. Hump it up with us today because it is the humpiest of days of all the week. Because then you're going to hump one day, it's going to be on the hump day because it's the middle of the week. That's the best day to hump, isn't it? It's the best day to hump. So hump it up with us, and we're happy you're humping it with us today. And of course, it wouldn't be a hump day without you with us joining us live here. And without my lovely co-host, Miss Sabrina Vittori. Sabrina, welcome back to Cruise Control. How you doing tonight? Happy Hump Day.
Hi, happy Hump Day to you. Happy holiday season to all. Hope everyone's doing great out there. Hi, Queen. Hi, GR. Hi, David. Queen. Thank you guys for joining.
Thanks for being here. Yeah, Queen. Good holidays. Good holidays. Good times. Except I got food poisoning from my family. But that's okay. We love them all. So
that's the gift that keeps on giving for a few days.
I'm still kind of coming out of it, but it's okay. I'm doing better. But yeah, happy holidays. You have a good holiday season, Sabrina, or holiday weekend, I should say.
Yes, I did. I did. It's the holidays are kind of weird for me. I usually don't look forward to them. They're very stressful. Hi, Queen. Thank you, love. But yeah, no, I did. I had a lovely. I have two of my favorite people staying at my house. I got to spend it with my best friend, his wife, and his parents who were staying at my house, and their three beautiful children. So that was lovely. I did have to get up at 7:30 in the morning to be there at 8 when they had to open presents. So that was kind of a bummer. But other than that, I had a very Pinico Christmas, and it was lovely.
That's called a Christmas miracle. That's what that's called. Christmas miracle.
It really
right?
is. It really is.
You had to find out if Santa came. Had to find out if Santa came. Hey, what's up, David Banner?
Rough.
Well, Santa came, though. He did come, right? I bet he came for another person here on our show, our resident intellectual himself. It wouldn't be a Wednesday if we didn't have Mr. Mike Casey back. Mike, how you doing? Welcome to Cruise Control. Happy Hump Day, man.
Happy Hump Day, Brian. I'm happy to be back. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. You have a good, I should say Hump Day. You have a good weekend? You have a good holiday?
Yeah, great holiday. Got to hang out with some family. Had a lot of fun. Opened some presents. I'm it's sad to hear about Tommy Smothers. He's been struggling for a little while. But those LPs back in the day, my parents had those albums and they stand up. I've listened to them a handful of times over the years. They're still funny despite being more than 50 years old at this point. I wanted to mention too, because people might not realize what kind of a legend he was, particularly in the comedy Community. He gave Rob Reiner his first comedic writing job. They gave Steve Martin his first comedy writing job. Like, so this is a guy that really, really shaped the next 50 years of comedy, and they were very, very subversive, very, very progressive, like, and they took risks. So I have tremendous respect for those guys. So shout out to Tommy. We love you. We'll see you anon.
Fuck.
Yes. Bringing some great things. And it's unfortunate, but it's also like, look at the career, like you said, and see what they brought to the entertainment industry, and they brought a lot. He did too. So RIP to him. It's amazing what he did to the entertainment industry, what he brought. It's amazing. Also joining us back though too, it wouldn't be a Wednesday if there wasn't a Sean Sutherland. Sean, how's it going, man? Happy hump day. Hope you had a good holiday season. Oh, he lost his camera.
Let me start for him. If it's Wednesday, you know it's got to be Kruse Control.
If it was Wednesday, you know I have to be here. Looks like something happened with Sean. He'll be right back in a second. You know how that is. It goes sometimes. But yeah, presents. I saw Queens some presents. You know, I get older. I got some things. I got some shirts and stuff like that. But it's more about the cherished time with your family and friends. That's what it comes down to, I think, after a certain point. But it was.
No, I'm just kidding.
It was. Pep Star, man, how you doing? Doing a good time? Having a good time? How's life, huh?
What up, dog?
Hey, what up? How you been?
Happy hump day, everybody. You know the Pep Star loves him some hump day. Yeah, I mean, so happy to be here. And Sabrina, Sean, and Mike, let's go to work.
Let's get to work.
Yeah, good one, David Banner. I don't know if he's going to accept that. Maybe it'll be a badge of honor or a badge of shame. We'll see.
Yeah, he's well known as a comic book guy.
He was here.
He was literally just here.
He did make it.
He was literally just here. I thought I heard and then he was gone. So
a gentle F word, yeah.
He must have hit his camera. But
I like to come in with a hard, I come in hot with the F words. I don't do it
that's
gentle.
the flavor that you prefer, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say he's going to be.
The situation.
Gonna give him a second. He'll be here eventually. But you know what, Sean, we believe in you. We'll see you very soon. But when we see you, it'll be great. But until then, another day goes by, a holiday season goes by, and it doesn't matter what's happening. It doesn't matter if Santa Claus flies across your roof, lands down, smacks down your chimney, gives you presents or not. There'll always be something else. There'll always be some breaking news. Come on. You know what? I was going to do that, but there is some breaking news. The breaking news is Mr. Sean Sutherland is here, everybody. Sean Sutherland is here. He's appeared. I just got to say hi fast before we go to the breaking news.
Hello. Sorry. I don't know what the fuck's going on with my camera. And yeah, sorry. I'm here for as long as it allows me to be here. All right.
It's going to work. It's going to work. Happy holidays. You have a good holiday?
Oh, it was terrible. Move on, Brian.
More on that later. You know what? It was terrible. That is some breaking news. All right. The very first thing I want to talk about is Aquaman 2, because Aquaman 2 is out. We know we talked about it over the weekend. Before the weekend, that he made like 4.5 million opening night. Well, what did it make domestically over the weekend? $80 million. Okay, $80 million bucks. Not the best, 120 million globally. You compare that to the other one, it bombed, guys. It bombed. Now, we knew it was going to bomb because, again, we talked about this multiple times on here that DCEU is dead. James Gunn said, I'm not doing that anymore. And then, so no one's going to go see something that's kind of done. I heard that James Gunn changed a lot of stuff, too. Took stuff out because there were plans for Michael Keaton to be in this movie, took that out. Ben Affleck was supposed to be in that, took that out. And that's how it goes because he has a new DCEU moving forward. And he is relying on other comic book writers to help him shape and mold this whole thing, just like Tom King. And Tom King's been writing for a long time, since the 90s, working on both DC and working with Marvel as an intern, but also doing his own comics. And apparently, he's listening. James Gunn's listening to him. He was actually one of the first people that read the Superman Legacy script to get notes on and get updates on and figure out what they're going to do with that storyline. He also is talking to him about everything they're going. Here's what James Gunn said. He's going to be an integral part of the DCU moving forward. He's also working on Woman of Tomorrow, the Wonder Woman movie. He's working on that. Supergirl. There's so many projects. Supergirl, working on that, but he's also going to be working on everything else too. He's one of the first people that he goes to. That's what James Gunn's saying. And hopefully, he brings a lot of knowledge to the franchise and helps DC thrive because it needs it. We want some good stuff moving forward because all we know right now is James Gunn's Superman Legacy is coming out, and that's going to be something big. I'm waiting to see that costume. Apparently, James Gunn said that the costume's almost done. Waiting to show you guys that. It's going to be very exciting. Also, the music's almost done. The main themes are really written. There's no composer attached yet, but they have an idea of like the main composed themes are going to be actually playing throughout the whole movie. And once they have somebody else signed on to actually create the music and bring all the orchestra together, we won't get to hear anything. But he says they have great ideas for it, and he's very excited to bring the music forward. So Superman Legacy moving forward. I'm guessing in January, February, we're going to be seeing that pictures because they're going to start shooting very soon of some, some corn sweat in a suit. We'll have to wait and see, though. I'm very excited because James Gunn's talking a lot about the DCU. He's also talking about the Batman, too, and he's saying, don't listen to the rumors, everybody. Don't listen to the rumors. Clayface, Hush, Dick Grayson, Professor Pig, Scarecrow, he says all that stuff is fake, fake, fake. It's all a lie. He said that's nothing. It's totally made up, that none of those villains are actually the villains of Batman, too. Even though Matt Reeves was saying some stuff, that would be a dream to incorporate a lot of these characters into his movies. So who knows? Maybe he's just trying to throw us off. But James Gunn usually doesn't say anything until it's like something that he knows has to be addressed. So have a real quick.
Brian, real quick.
Yeah.
Hi, Zach. Thank you for stopping by. Good luck with your set. Hopefully, see you later. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas. I was going to say, I thought that was okay. It's hard to read this, my screen sometimes, but thanks for being here, Zach. Appreciate you. See you later. But yeah, and good luck on the set. But yeah, so he's just shaping the whole thing and trying to figure it out because this is, it would be a dream for Matt Reeves to have these characters, but I feel like Clayface, everyone's been talking about, maybe he's trying to throw us off because, I don't think that's a dream. That'd be a great character move forward because he's got to. I want to see it. I want to see it so bad. I also wouldn't mind to see The Rock back as Shazam, but we're not going to see that, I don't think. But The Rock, we did see him back in his 90s garb. The Rock, classic 90s Rock back, rocking the hair. Nice toupee Rock. I love it. With the chain and the bling and the 90s pants. He had a little video pop that said Merry Christmas to people, and he dressed like The Rock from the 90s again. It's just fun thing I saw. I thought it'd be fun to share because, The Rock, he has nothing to apologize when it comes to that costume. He rocked. He made a good job. Clayface is a good villain. I agree, David Banner, and I hope it happens, but we'll have to wait and see. Honestly, James Gunn saying no, he said no to a lot of stuff. He said no to The Rock. But The Rock, again, he has nothing to apologize for this outfit, but somebody that doesn't have something to apologize about, that'd be Kanye West, or Ye himself is apologizing. He's apologizing. To whom? Well, he's apologizing to all the Jewish community out there because what happened, if you guys remember, was it last year he came forward and he said like DEFCON 3 is going to go on all Jewish people, which is pretty fucked up. But that's what he said. And now he came forward and he had a little, because he's got an album coming out in 3 weeks. And he's like, doing a little, press for it. He said, I sincerely apologize to the Jewish community for my unintended outbursts caused by my words or actions. It was not my intention to hurt or disrespect, and I deeply regret any pain I may have caused. Now,
what a piece of shit.
Fuck
that guy. You got a fucking album coming out. Fuck you, Yeezy.
He wrote it in Hebrew too. The whole thing was in Hebrew to translate.
Shut the fuck up. Suck a dick.
I'm not lying. And one of the lyrics on his new album, because the song Vultures, one of his premiere songs, one of the lyrics says, "How am I anti-Semitic? I just fucked a Jewish bitch." All right.
Oh wow. Well, thank you for that. Apparently your dick isn't anti-Semitic, but everything else is.
I'm just saying, yay, yee, yay. I don't buy it. I think it's just PR for his new album coming out. But I think it's probably going to tank, just like Scream 7 will probably tank because so much has gone wrong with Scream 7. Now they lost their director, Christopher Landon, stepping down. And of course, we lost Jenna Ortega, and they fired Melissa Barrera. The thing is, this project seems to be going downhill fast. The director said he was very excited about doing this. They formally left. He said, I just can't do it. I'm disappointed, but some people might be delighted. They might be, but I'm disappointed. It was my dream job that turned into a nightmare. And my heart did break for everyone involved, but it's time to move on. This sounds very problematic for the whole project because you're losing people, losing director, everyone's stepping away. I don't know if this project will do well. I don't really care to see any more of these. I think they did well before, but I don't really care to see more. I don't know why I keep pushing it. Just like, when something's done, it's done. Let it go. Let Archer be done too, honestly, but Archer might not be done. Even though they've done 14 seasons and they had their whole final episode came out, the final thing is Archer Into the Cold, and they said it was the best ending from the FX project. But now producers are coming forward. Casey Willis and Matt Thompson are saying, guys, we want to do more. We love the opportunity to keep exploring these characters and their world. We're going to take a break for a while, but eventually I'm going to hit up FX and throw some ideas out there. And I think the ending was satisfying, but the idea is there's opportunity in the future for movies, and they have lots of ideas for movies. Yeah. Someone turned down directing Scream 7. Yeah, well, they turned it down. They left. Yeah, they left. You would think anybody would just do it, take that money and run, but no. Scream 7's not. It's having problems. We'll see what happens with that. And Archer, we're gonna get more. We're gonna get more. They're already saying that now, and he just came out. What was it, December 17th? You're gonna get more. It's not gonna stop. You're also getting more of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, getting the second one because director Jeff Rowe. Yeah. Director Jeff Rowe came forward, Sean, and he said, hey, we didn't do the Shredder then because did the Dark Knight, did the Batman series do the Joker first? No, they didn't. They waited for the Joker for the second one because he is the most sinister villain of ever. And that's what we want Shredder to be too. He needs to be 100 times scarier than Superfly. And so that's why they waited. The next one, I know, he's there. I guess he's compared to the Joker. So the Shredder's going to come the next one, be like this big, dangerous, strong villain. That's going to be even more scary. And you're going to have to, I guess, take them to turtles. But to me, I wish Shredder would have came in first. But you know what? Superfly was whatever. The movie was great. I enjoyed it. But you need the Shredder, man. I guess we'll wait till the next one. But it is happening. Just like another Saw movie is coming, as we said. Saw 11 is coming. Woo. Saw 11, everybody. It's nuts. But they're going to be a continuation of the last one. So, of course, between, 1 and 2? So we're getting another one. That's going to continue exactly where that left off. That's the idea. Cecilia, the main antagonist, and John Kramer are coming back. And, of course, she got away in the last one. They're going to come back together. Don't have the full details, but they have a release date of September 27th, 2024. And they also want to do a Spiral spinoff, too, a second one with Chris Rock, because Chris Rock wants to do that, too. So they can't stop with all these movies. They love them so much. But it is what it is. It's just like people love Disneyland. But be careful, you go to Disneyland, because you could get run over by a roller coaster. I mean, it could happen anywhere. But this is to a little girl. Could just happen. Little girl on Zootopia. She was on the ride. Her Mickey Mouse ears fell off at the end. She went to reach over and grab them, and she fell off the ride. And she was on the ride. The new Zootopia ride is it's all track free, and it ran over her. And it pinned her underneath it. They shut the ride down. They're not saying how she's doing. There's some pictures. You can see them online. She's looked pretty upset. I'd imagine you get run over by a roller coaster. But they shut the ride down for a little bit, and they're back up and operational now. But it's really sad to see. So many sequels, right, Dave Banner? So many sequels. But yeah, it's really sad to see that because Disneyland's got to be careful. Disney's got to be careful in general because Disney was just sued again. I feel like everyone's suing Disney over Beauty and the Beast. This came forward too. Oakland jury found Disney guilty of infringing on copyrighted intellectual property called Mova Contour. Now this is all visual effects stuff. So this company, Reardon, actually had these they went bankrupt and they came back. It's a whole thing back and forth. But Disney used that technology in Beauty and the Beast. And they were found guilty for using it because it's copyrighted technology in order to make all the characters come to life, all the animation, making the beasts and all this. And they were actually, when it came down to it, they were being sued for $100 million. Ended up only had to pay $600,000, but still, and that was based off how much money they made. They said that they would make $255 million. So they said that's roughly $345,000 goes towards technology plus trial and expenses and all that. So $600,000 Disney has to pay because of Beauty and the Beast. And how much will Vin Diesel have to pay for his sexual assault allegations? We don't know yet. We'll have to find out, but he says he didn't do it. He said, didn't do it, everybody. No. His lawyer came forward and said, let me be very clear that Vin Diesel categorically denies this claim in its whole entirety. And this is the first time he's ever heard about any of this 13-year-old allegations that came forward. And it was a 9-day employee. They said, a 9-day employee. This is clear evidence, which just completely refutes these outlandish allegations. This person did not do this, could not do this. So what's up, Steve? Good to see you. But you know what? We don't know. These are allegations that are 13 years ago. We have no idea. This is on Fast and Furious. This girl had a very vivid story she came forward to say, but a lot of breaking news. And the Vin Diesel thing will develop as it goes along. Again, we'll see. One person's story. Maybe it's truth. Maybe it's not. Is it a disgruntled employee or is it sexual assault? The court will have to decide on that. A lot of breaking news, but everybody, so happy to have you here. It's so exciting. A lot of stuff going on as always. I feel like I'm still getting over this illness. I'm trying my best. I'm bowing through everybody. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. And happy you're all here. Happy you're here because you know what? This is that time. We're putting a minute on the clock for everyone to break down their hot takes. They're hot takes. All right, now it's time for those hot takes. Again, put a minute on the clock, and everybody has that minute to break down all of their hot takes on all of the breaking news of the day. Now, we have 12 or 13 things today? I'm sorry, guys, 13. 13 topics. Sean, how many seconds per topic do we have here?
4.615 repeating.
Oh God.
Nice.
Oh,
nice.
wow.
Nice.
Thank you. That's T1 calculator.
So
will
Mike make it, everybody? That's what's going on there. Will Mike make it today?
No.
You can try. Taking bets. I think the odds on that are very, very long.
I think you got this, Mike. I think you got it. Hot takes time. Sabrina, who's going first?
Ooh, since Sean's camera blacked out, I'm gonna go with Sean.
Oh boy.
Oh, no, just in
Picking
case
on
camera
me
goes out
again,
again, right?
Sabrina. Oh boy.
I'm sorry. Well,
All
you
right.
know what? You have COVID. You know what? I'm gonna go to Mike. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh.
No. I'll take it. I'll
No,
take it.
I'm gonna let
Sean-
you collect yourself. Collect
I'll take it.
yourself.
Okay, fine.
Sean, are you okay?
My
okay,
camera's
okay.
gonna
So,
go out. I don't fucking care. Let's do it.
I don't know.
What if it goes out
Sabrina,
now? Then you're fucked.
I'm feeling a little woozy. Brian, I'm surprised you can breathe at all after smashing through all that breaking
I
news, dude.
know.
oh my
Yeah,
God,
you,
so much
Rachel.
breaking news. It was a lot.
Thank
It was a lot
you,
today.
Queen.
Mike,
I
you
can
got
do
this?
it. I believe.
All right,
Yeah,
go
I'm
for it,
going to hit
Mike. I
them
believe.
each in 3.3 seconds. I'm going to have 25 seconds left at the end of the clock. It's
Mike,
going to
you got this.
happen.
Mike,
Okay.
you got this. You're gonna have time to spare. I'm putting a minute on the clock right now. Minutes on the
Okay.
clock. Ready for your hot takes?
I'm ready,
Here we go,
Brian.
Mike. In 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Okay, it's ticking. All right, Battinson coming back for Batman 2. Looking forward to this, but a small tip, guys. In the event of a flood, don't go into an underground structure, okay? I had a problem with that in that movie, even if it is Madison Square Garden. Oh, wait. I'm so sorry. I'm fucking this up already. Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike.
Wait.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
And speaking of underwater bombs, Aquaman 2. Okay, that's a great picture of The Rock in a fanny pack. Pretty sure that's his 3rd grade class picture. Just a little pebble back then. Scream 7, Saw 11, 7-Eleven. Don't drink the Slurpee, guys. TMNT 2. Great that we have the Shredder back, one of the ultimate villains. But it won't really be a TMNT 2 movie if he doesn't utter his classic line, "Babies! They're babies!" Let's see. More Archer. Well, the wait has been long and the wait has been hard, but it's coming.
Hey, crazy!
Oh, man. I really should have. See, I thought Sean was going to go first. I had shit I was trying to set up,
I'm sorry.
and I failed. It's
You said
not,
I was
it's not
picking
your
on
fault.
him, and then I felt instantly bad because I made him go first last week.
Here, well,
Alright.
at least I
Like,
got
who the
this
fuck
up.
remembers
now.
that? I don't remember that.
Hey,
You
crazy!
said I'm picking on you again.
That's
I
fine.
don't think you failed, Mike. Mike, hey, you got some good hot
Mike
takes.
never fails. He makes good jokes. He puts good thought into it.
I try.
He
You
doesn't
got-
hit the
you
topics,
got
but he does a
6 out
great
of
job.
13, Mike. You got 6 out of
Yeah.
13. Not bad.
Yeah, good call, David Banner. Yeah,
Well,
that's one of my
that's
favorite
failing.
movie lines of all time.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
There's
And
the
he played a
nuns.
soundbite.
There's the baby
Only played a
ducks.
soundbite.
It's a classic.
Sean, are you ready for your hot takes?
Let's do it. Get into
All
it.
right, Sean, you got this. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Wow, who could have thought that a movie that no one wanted would bomb? Amazing. Tom King involved in DC? Well, you'll probably see a lot of the CIA because he loves that shit. James Gunn Superman update. Can't wait to see a suit. Can't wait to see a movie. Batman 2. Whatever happens with Batman 2, let it be its own thing. I'm all for that. The Rock. Skipping it. Don't give a shit. Yee. Too little, too late. Also, maybe don't put out an album full of white supremacist, verbiage. Don't do that. Scream 7. So sorry. TMNT. Let's bring back the Shredder. Archer not done? Fine. Give me more Archer. More H. John Benjamin. I'm all for it. Saw 11. Again, I threw up at Saw 2, so let's keep it going. Child injured at Disneyland. Don't go to Disneyland, I guess. Disney loses lawsuit. About damn time. Pay the people. And Vin Diesel should be replaced by Jonathan Majors. 10 seconds left.
Oh, jeez. You know what, though?
Wow.
Sean got it.
Wow.
It's terrible. I did terrible.
I mean,
Oh, there it
is. You didn't do terrible. You did not
All
do
right.
terrible. You feel good? How you feel? Like you won?
Oh, like I'm getting over COVID. So there you go.
You might be getting over COVID, actually, everybody, right now. So
You
it's a
did
good time
it.
of the
It was
year,
like,
isn't it?
it was like 2.2 seconds a story. That's
Well, I
impressive.
skipped the Rock thing because what are we gonna say about the Rock that hasn't
I know.
already been said about beefcakes all across
That's-
the world? Let
That's
the
what was
man
really
be.
breaking news. It was.
What
it
really
just-
was the Rock thing? Like, what is there to say about it?
He
honestly?
did a throwback photo because there's a very famous
Great.
old photo of him
Like, I
looking
mean,
very
what-
90s and very cut with his chain
It's a
and
great
his black
picture.
and his hair.
Yeah,
It's a
a
great
fun
picture.
thing.
So he just
I
did a
don't
little
see it being
homage.
used,
It was
though,
beautiful.
you know?
Ah, shirt
Yeah,
breaking.
he's
yeah,
having
well.
fun.
Hey, wait,
Yeah, fun.
who's that with you, Sabrina?
What?
I know.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's not
man.
Peppy.
Does Peppy have a twin?
Oh my God, there's two.
Oh, dang, Peppy.
Pep Star, I'm
It's
gone.
just a similar looking dog.
Kanye is an individual and an asshole. But yeah,
What are you
that's
talking
fair,
about?
man.
This is all handshakes and hugs.
There you go. Handshake
Nice.
nuts. That's me. That's me saying it.
Sabrina, ready for your hot takes?
Yeah, super ready.
Thank you, Rachel.
I could tell. All right. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Okay, so Aquaman 2, clearly a bust. I think that, again, I've said it before, I think that wretched human being who sued Johnny Depp for pretending to beat her is the part of the problem, even though she's not in it much. Tom King as a consultant with the new DC brand, sure, great, love it. I hope that it yields better things. Also, I trust James Gunn. I'm kind of pissed though what he's done with The Flash and with this, and like I feel like it kind of set them up to fail, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Clayface as the villain in Batman 2, sure, great, as long as you do it right. I don't really give a shit. The Rock fanny pack, great, funny picture, who cares? Again, Queen said nothing wrong with apologizing for Yee, absolutely, but he apologized way too late for some shit that he did way long ago, and it's
Yeah,
for
ma'am.
purposes. Scream 7 politics, not great. Archer, love it, bring me more. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder should have been in the first one, don't care, I'll see him in the second one. Saw 11, didn't see 10 yet, but I hope it's good. Disneyland, sorry, fuck you. Lawsuit, about time. And also, Vin Diesel, you probably should keep it wrapped up, bro. You're famous. Don't do dumb shit.
She got it.
That was it.
She got it. Woo. Is it not working for me? I don't think it's working.
Oh,
Bum,
no.
bum, bum,
Watch.
bum, bum.
There it goes herself.
I don't know why it didn't work. It didn't work for me this time. It
Nailed
just told me
it.
no. It told me no. I can try one more time. Some confetti. Nope, it's not working.
No,
Well,
I got
it
my
happens
own. I don't
sometimes.
need it. Watch.
Yeah.
Boom. I also got hearts. You want some hearts? Yeah.
Hell yeah, we want hearts.
We want
Hell
all the
yeah.
hearts.
There was a confetti thing. I don't know what I did, but I found confetti, but I don't know how to do it again.
You might have
was
to
like a-
make it. Maybe do like a little rain thing.
No,
To
it
do
was
it.
like something. It was something weird. I don't.
Do like this, and you're like thinking, and then the question bubbles show up. I think.
The hearts.
Again with
Yeah.
that. No, I
Oh,
found
yeah.
confetti, but I can't. I don't know how to. We'll see. I'll try again. Maybe it was like.
I'll
peace
look it up
signs?
for you.
I
Was it-
don't know.
Ah! I found it.
What'd you do?
Peace signs.
Oh, there you go.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's a fun
Oh,
fact,
okay.
everybody.
Woo!
These are the iPhone updates for everybody. If you don't have an iPhone out there, you're gonna know what's going on with this. But yeah. But anyways, yeah, a lot of breaking news. Great hot takes there, everybody. Great hot takes across the board. Mike, I believe in you. You're gonna get it sometime. You'll get across. They're still great.
I'll do it. I'll do it. One
going
of
to get
these
it.
days.
It's episode
Oh.
149. I believe in you. It's gonna happen. Was that 148? 148. I believe in you.
By
Can we
episode
pull up-
300.
Pull up
Ronan?
Queen's comment for a second.
Yeah.
They're making a video game, actually, Queen.
Nice.
Just a heads up. They're making a
Might be
video
great.
game about that. That'd be
It
pretty
might
cool.
be great.
Yep.
It might be great. I'm excited about that. They're doing another video game about something else that's coming up, and that's Killer Klowns from Outer Space, because
Oh,
that's what we got to
no.
talk about now.
No,
So now
no.
it's time, everybody, to get into it. All right. The very first thing I want to talk about is Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Friends of the show, the Kyoto brothers. They are amazing puppeteers, been doing it for years. They made this project back in 1988. And all of them, Steven, Ed, Charles, Charlie, they're all awesome, all three of them. But they've been trying to do another sequel to this for a long time. Like I said, there's a video game coming out. It's in the works. They're doing a video game, and they're going to be pushing that forward. But they've also been writing an 8-part series they're pitching to streaming services. They've been fighting for the rights for a long time. That's been their biggest issue. I don't know what happened, but there's something that kind of went down. They didn't really specify too much about that. They said they almost got the rights back. They have an idea to do an 8-part series. The whole concept is like, here we go. They're going to follow a new group of teenagers who come upon the clowns and meet a drunk living in a van. And it's Mike Tobacco is going to be playing this part. There's a big invasion. We end up on the clown planet itself. And you get clown animals like bears and badgers and beavers and all that are all clowns. And then I get to go actually see the clowns planet world and you get to, be integrated with them. So, but yeah, whole series moving forward. They've been writing it for a long time, trying to make this happen. And honestly, they're excited to bring this forward because a sequel hasn't happened after all this time. But I enjoyed this 80s movie. It's fun. I mean, it's creepy as shit. I know Sabrina hates clowns. It's creepy as shit. The cotton candy gun is insane. So they shoot with cotton candy, they become like intertwined with it, but there's like bloody parts sticking out and shit.
Nightmare fuel.
Yes, it's very much nightmare fuel. If you haven't seen this, don't watch it before bed. And then, but it, just check it out because it is cheesy, but it's also very demented and creepy.
Yeah.
Sabrina, I know you hate clowns. What do you think? Because you love the Kyoto brothers too. Worked with them for years. What do you think about them doing an actual series based off this project that they made back in the 80s? Would it be a good thing for them?
I want them to work because they're amazing people, but I'm going to take the hardest of passes. That movie is the reason why I hate clowns the most. Like, I am terrified of clowns. I had to play a clown, by the way, on a show that precluded the show that I worked on with the Kyoto brothers. And
Prove it.
I was like, okay, hold on.
Oh, shit. I didn't think she'd do this. Sorry.
While Sabrina's grabbing that, we got the cotton candy gun going.
This is a poster of me as a clown playing at the
Klutzy
Tasty
the
Trunk.
Juggler.
Right, there you go. That's me.
Wow.
Klutzy the
me.
clown.
Klutzy the juggler, but
wow.
also a clown. You can clearly see clown, and that's unfortunately my face in that picture. So
Wow, I'm not getting nightmares from that clown. That's a nice.
Yeah, you're
that's a
I
nice
am.
clown.
Yeah.
I literally
Fine.
was like, a clown? I have to play a clown? Like, it was terrifying. So no, I mean, yes, I want them to work. I will not be watching it, but absolutely go for you, Kyoto Brothers. They're amazing people, super fun group of people, super amazing puppeteers. They're spectacular, and I want them to work forever. Clown my penis coming in hot.
I'm mad they haven't got it. Oh, jeez.
Wait! I've got it right here. Hang on.
Hey, phrasing.
There it is.
I think it's a great idea. I saw that there's some like yeses in the chat about this. What do you think about this, Sean? Have you seen the original movie? Did it give you nightmares? And do you want to see more?
I think I saw it on one of those things where Mike gets the okay. There we go. Yeah,
Wrong button.
back in Michigan, where I'm from, where several of the people on the show are from, we had these
Not
things
me.
called video stores where you would go, and this is when you're in high school and you're not popular, you don't drink or whatever, and you're like, oh, what the fuck are we gonna do? It's like 11 o'clock at night. Let's go to a family video and just pick out the weirdest horror movie you can find, and this was definitely on the rotation. So I'm excited to see this get a new lease at life, usher in a new era of fans. It's certainly a cult classic, and it didn't give me nightmares. It's just a good old fun. Look at this. Look, how much fun is that? How much fun is this? Come on, look. His blood, it's great. He's working him like a puppet. It's amazing. Anyway,
Liver and pizza,
I'm
Oh
excited.
God, what the no.
And with America's fascination with Five Nights at Freddy, the Killer Clowns from Outer Space fit
That was
right
terrible.
in. So I'm not surprised.
You're kind of right. That might be one of those things because it kind of has that feel to it too. Maybe it becomes something like that. Maybe A24 picks this up. Maybe it goes to the cock. You never know. Who knows? That'd be a good streaming service for it. Maybe. I'm just saying it's a great concept. It's weird. It's odd. Going to the clown planet's very interesting too. And these guys, their puppeteering skills are amazing. The art they would bring to it wouldn't be CG shit, which would be amazing too. And they'd be a breath of
That'd
fresh
be good
air.
to see.
You know? How about you, Mike?
I love a good practical effect. So yeah.
They're amazing, Sean. They're amazing. That's what we want, right? They go so much further. And they have a shop in I think it's in Burbank. They have their shop in Burbank where they create all these puppets. So they did it for
awesome
we
people.
worked with them on the Thundermans. They made Colosso, the little talking rabbit. He's like, that guy, If you watch Thundermans, if you're a kid, I don't know. Or maybe you watch as an adult. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. They're fun. Friends of the show. Mike, what do you think about the Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Do you want to see a series, an 8-part series coming forward on the local streaming service, or do you think they should leave it back in the 80s? How do you feel about this?
Brian, I don't know. There's fears that I have in my life. I'm not afraid to share that. Not afraid to clowns. Some of the people I've loved most in my life have been clowns, in fact. But I am slightly tryptophobic, which means that uneven surfaces fucking freak me right out. So you're talking about having puppets instead of CGI effects, and one of the things that those practical effects, you can see these close-ups right here, and this puppetry does that CGI doesn't do as much justice to, is that horrifying texture that you see in those close-ups. That makes these seem so much more real and so much more horrifying and touchable too, right? So, and touchability works two ways, I'll have you know, Brian. That means that you can touch these clowns, but also it gives you the disturbing sensation, or it gives me this disturbing sensation that they're going to reach out of the screen and touch me. No, I didn't watch the first one, despite the fact that the resurgence of the schlocky B movie in the 80s, Return of the Killer Tomatoes. I love that. I'm all about the spirit of it. I want to see more of that. So I'm happy to see the property. I want to see more of this. I like the idea behind expanding on this kind of a universe.
Yep.
I came to horror movies really late in life, Brian. I didn't watch them at all until I met my current wife, and she kind of walked me through all the tropes, because there's a lot to know. Like, there's a lot that horror movies build on, and you kind of have to appreciate a lot of those tropes before you can really kind of understand and enjoy them. Or that was my experience, at least. Because I always thought, like, why would I want to be scared? And there's part of me that still feels that way, Brian. And it
love
definitely,
to be scared, though, Mike.
I definitely feel that way when I
feel alive. Come on.
When I see these touchable clowns coming to touch me.
This is streamable on Amazon Prime Video with ads, though. So, but please go watch it tonight.
I want it to have ads, though. If that was separated,
It'll
be like, okay, a little bit of detergent, a little bit of, I don't know, insurance company. That makes me feel a little less alone in my house.
Well, I mean, it's worth watching. It is very campy, but it is just cemented in a lot of levels too. But the idea of doing this, it makes sense, I think, nowadays. Like, why not give it a chance? This might be the perfect time for the Killer Brothers to come back and make this project relevant again. They might even get multiple seasons. They got 8 episodes. They might take it to the Clown Planet, and then they go vast off in the outer space, different planets. Maybe they have a whole franchise in the Clown Planet. Who knows? You might fall in love with these characters, or not. They might just kill you with cotton candy. They do. But yeah. This could be a great franchise moving forward. It really could be, but we'll have to wait and see, because you never know with streaming these days. It could happen, it could not happen, because it's just all there. I love it. Killer Brothers, give them more work, make it happen. But I do know that a franchise that is moving forward is Rebel Moon. And the new Rebel Moon just came out, everybody. Just came out. 23.9 million views in just 3 days on Netflix. #1 movie on Netflix. Zack Snyder's loving this shit. It's like, okay, now when it comes to the actual reviews, though, Rotten Tomatoes, 24% from critics, 64% from Rotten Tomatoes. People are trashing this movie online. Maybe not everybody saw it. Maybe not everybody saw it. I watched it. And I can tell how it was supposed to be a Star Wars movie in a lot of ways. There's like the Empire, but it's like, is the Empire actually evil in this? Or are they not evil? Because they seem pretty fucking evil even before the king dies. And they're even more evil after the king dies. I'm supposed to feel bad because the king is dead, but I'm also supposed to feel bad that the family's been murdered, but they're murdered by people that are worse than them. And it's a little confusing, but I gotta tell you, Zack Snyder, he brings home the slow-mo. He really does. I think this is the most slow-mo I've ever seen in a Zack Snyder movie. It's like Netflix just
he is a slow-mo hoe, okay?
Slow-mo mofo.
Just watch it. If you have a chance to watch it, we're not going to go too deep into it, but it's just like the whole idea is, it's kind of the same thing as, it's a Star Wars thing. They even have fake knife lightsabers, and people are getting slashed but killed, and there's like this guy who's beating people with a stick the whole time. The villain's actually pretty decent. I've seen him in a bunch of things. The main girl's great. I just think that overall, it's just, there's lots of that happens. You're like, that's just so easy. How'd that just happen? Like, why are people just joining the team for no reason? It's like, oh, I guess you're going to join. That's fine. Oh, yeah, that's not, why would I not? There's no like discussions, I think, of why people are not going to do this. They just go, yeah, fine, whatever. I could die from this. Cool. Let's get together. Let's make this happen. So a lot of choices are just very, I guess it's just easy. It's just too easy for me sometimes. And there is a big twist at the end, like he's an M. Night Shyamalan movie, which I saw coming the whole time because it was so predictable. But overall, visual effects are fantastic. It's a fun movie overall. But, is it the best thing in the world? No. I still like the Justice League movie better, I think. But this is cool. It's an original. And the second one comes out in April, so we are getting more of these. Speaking of the Justice League, apparently Netflix is talking about buying the Justice League. We talked about that before. I forgot to just integrate that in here too, because Warner Brothers is licensing shit off constantly. There's a whole thing where Netflix is trying to buy the Snyderverse version so that he can actually recreate his Snyderverse and keep that going. So Zack Snyder is probably sitting on top of the world right now. He talked about it like a week ago, saying he would do it for sure if Netflix buys it. But he already has this. So Sean, he already has this. I don't got a chance to see this movie yet. He has this. Now he has a possibility of, a Snyderverse continuing too. Do you think he should keep going with this? Do you think this has big enough numbers that he should just forget about his past and move forward? Or do you think that because this is getting kind of mixed reviews that he should maybe think about diving back into his past and trying to get, Jason Momoa to stay as Aquaman again? Because there's a chance of that. There's a chance.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think Rachel said it best in the chat here. Let it go, Zach. Holy shit, man! I watched a really underrated show this weekend that dealt with slow mo much better than Zack Snyder's anything. It's called Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. Probably no one's ever heard of it, I'm sure.
No, I haven't
But
heard
the slow mo that he does in it makes sense, and Snyder just uses it to basically pad things and really give you a lot of time to focus on the details. And a lot of times you just want the thing to happen, is going to happen. I am very disappointed that this is this is where we're at. It just goes to show you that studios and streaming platforms are beholden to the squeakiest wheel. Whoever gets the most people to champion their cause or complain enough in your favor, by all means, let's give him a blank check to do what he wants. Rebel Moon was convoluted. There's too much shit in it, too big, and ultimately a disappointment for me. I really hope that a lot of that stuff is kind of wrapped up in the April movie. I mean, you think, you hope that's going to happen. I don't understand exactly how what Netflix would buy, because there's no way that they'd have the rights to any of the characters that James Gunn is using in the DC and war. Like, I don't understand. I don't know if it's a licensing thing. That's weird. I didn't know that WB was hard up like that.
Well, do you see that? You've seen that all the movies are on Netflix now. They're on Tubi.
Yeah.
And
they're
so
everywhere.
You can watch.
They're flooding the market with it, and it's ridiculous. I think we talked about last week, or maybe the week before, we talked about all the A24 stuff coming to HBO Max. That shit is everywhere already. I got so many ads or so many teasings at me, saying, "Hey, A24 movies are now on Amazon Prime," and I was like, okay. I thought I was just expecting. I saw Bodies for the first time ever, and I said, that was a waste of my time. But hey, what an interesting idea of millennials getting what they deserve. That was fun. But no, I'm disappointed that this is where we're at. I would really like Zack Snyder to do something new, change something. And it's very clear that this was supposed to be a Star Wars, and he changed a couple of things and did his best. But I guess, it's where else is he gonna go? He's kind of pigeonholed himself into this corner of dark, gritty, slow-mo kind of shit. Where does he go as a director? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But disappointment.
I know.
Was that your slow-mo? Sorry,
that was my slow-mo.
Okay.
I was doing slow-mo. I was like,
cool. Got it.
But yeah, you're right, Sean. I was a little disappointed too. Again, very predictable, I thought, and really not much happened in this whole movie. Nope. And there were so many slow moments where I'm just like, this could have been an hour shorter easily. It's like the people were just there's so many moments where the guy's touching the little falcon bird. He had to ride that thing. There was like a 10-minute segment of him riding the bird. I don't.
We get it. We understood
a Millennium Falcon. He's on its back, holding onto its feathers.
No, it was a titanium albatross. I think it was a different. It was.
I'm getting Valcor vibes currently.
No, Sabrina, I'm guessing you probably didn't see this, but Sabrina, you think that Zack Snyder should get this kind of all this money thrown at him like this? Of course, he's had a lot of failures. There've been some successes. Do you think that Netflix is the people that keep pushing him? 23.9 million views for 3-day openings, really good for Netflix. It's high tier for them for their openings. Do you think this is a good idea to keep pushing these movies? Again, he's got a part 2 that's already shot, and he's planning on doing more on top of that. Video games, this whole thing. Is it enough to warrant letting this continue forward, or do you think that Zack Snyder needs to be cut off right now and do something else? Get away.
I mean, if it's already shot, unless they want to pull some Zaslav bullshit and write it off as a tax write-off, obviously they're going to keep pushing it and bring it forward. You know what I mean? So
that's fair.
I feel like that's going to be a given. I have not watched it. Anyone who I spoke to that watched it is pretty disappointed. Very slow, very not happy, very annoyed. So I can't speak on it myself because I haven't seen it. From a production standpoint, if it's already shot, they're going to release it. Why wouldn't they? Especially after it's getting this sort of attention. And it's getting this sort of attention because it was highly anticipated. And it's also a break off of Star Wars. And so people are super into that. I don't know that the second one will do as well because people have seen the piece of garbage that is the first one. So I don't know. I feel like the the proof is in the pudding. Currently, it's been out for 5 minutes. I don't see it going any better than it currently is, but
Right,
I
Queen.
feel like the second one's going to come out and it's going to do worse, kind of like an Aquaman situation.
Yeah. Charlie Hunnam in this, by the way, I'm like, dude.
Is he?
I mean, I like him a lot, but I'm just like, in the movie, I'm just like, dude, what are you doing in this movie? What are you doing here? From the moment he comes in, from the moment to the very end of the movie, what are you doing here?
Too much. Too many characters
mu-
not doing anything of like meaning, basically.
And it's all
I don't
about
know.
the seed. It's not the spice, but the seeds. They need the seeds, and the seeds to make grain for feeding people. And if you gave away our seeds to somebody else, we're gonna kill you.
Why don't we
Sabrina
call it
like that,
spice?
right?
Let's just call it
Might-
spice.
He might as well have called it spice, but he didn't call it spice. Mike, did you get okay? You probably haven't got a chance to see this, but do you think, I know you don't have Netflix anymore, but do you think that this Snyder, like the Snyder mission, like pushing his stuff, the slow motion, you think it's good? Do you think it's continue? People watch this still? 23.9 million. Again, a lot of people watched the first few days. Do you think that's enough for Netflix to be like, yeah, let's continue moving forward with this? Because they've had stuff that's open for like 40 million views, so not quite that. They're still big, but not quite that. Do you think that's enough to push it and keep Zack Snyder relevant? And do you think they would actually ever try to, just tease, do a Snyderverse type thing with Aquaman coming back and stuff for Netflix? Is that a possibility, really? Is that something they would do?
When did Netflix start releasing viewership numbers? Is what I want to know, because they've been historically
After the strike.
So
After the strike,
it was
yeah.
after the strike. Was that part of the negotiation?
Yep.
Interesting. And did
Are they real is the question.
That's the
did they
question.
say? Did they say what constitutes a view?
Yep. Probably not.
Yeah, no, but here's what they have though, Mike. Here, we'll go over to here to the little thing I got right here. So if you can see going back, they show like what the movies are coming out. They tell you how these are their views.
Mm-hmm.
So like Rebel Moon falls in at 23.9, but look up here, you got The Killer. That's had a lot more. Leave the World Behind. That was a big one. Extraction 2, big one.
I like
Do
to
you
Leave
see-
the World Behind, actually. That was good.
I haven't got a chance to watch that one yet, but it looks good. It looks really good.
Yeah.
I think a Murder Mystery 2 is at the very top. That's kind of funny, but but I like those movies are fun too. So that's the thing. They're releasing these kind of numbers now. So not a lot of information, but
This
still
looks
some
like
numbers.
this looks like kind of meh numbers, then, doesn't it?
That's what I'm saying. I say 23 is
Well,
usually pretty
it's-
big, but compared to everything else,
It's Matt currently, but like it's only been out
Are
for
those
5
totals?
minutes.
Are those
It's
totals
only been out
or
for
like
5
early?
minutes.
Yeah,
Oh,
totals.
okay.
That's what
So
they got
it's
so
probably
far.
gonna. It might, for
Yeah,
all we know,
it might
surpass
unmeh.
all those.
I don't know.
yeah.
It sounds like Zach is making a later Star Wars movie, over convoluted, which is literally like my whole problem with all the sequel movies. Instead of fun, simple, stick to the Joseph Campbell hero story, like Arthurian legends, like somebody was saying in the comments. Yeah, I don't know. You got to get me back to Netflix, guys. Like, I need some more of this prestige shit. Do I think that they'll let him make more? I don't know. I think Sean is making a very excellent point about how loud
happening, David
people
Banner.
get out in the Twitterverse, right?
Uh-huh.
Like if you get hassled, which I guess is basically people doing free marketing, which I guess they would hope translates into views, and it's going to be whatever their algorithm tells me, honestly, because it doesn't seem to be a whole lot of artistically oriented decision making occurring over at Netflix these days. I'll cycle back into them as soon as I finish catching up on all my Apple TV sci-fi series. I'll cancel that one, and now that Netflix has had a minute to build up, and literally I don't think I've heard of any of those other movies that you just pulled up for the viewership numbers. Apparently there's been a backlog that's built up in the last, and it hasn't been a long time, in the last like 3 or 4 months or whatever. But I for one, I like the Zack Snyder, at least the visual style. I mean, there are problems with his filmmaking, but they're real pretty to look at. I think the dude has a strong cinematographical eye. So I don't know. I don't know if that's enough. Is that enough? I don't know.
I don't know. What do you think, Peppy? What do you think? Is that enough?
Hard pass.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Pep says no.
Does Zach want to do it? Did he say he's ready to keep going? He's got
of
the
course.
story in hand.
It keeps him in the fucking tank. Of course he's going to do it.
He was really excited. He had an announcement as soon as the initial numbers came out. He made an announcement about the second part's coming. He's excited it's taken to the future. He's got all these ideas moving forward. So we'll have to wait and see. But I think Netflix will keep banking into it. I think they'll keep giving him opportunity. I think that this is going to be one of their golden childs for Netflix for a while. I think he's doing a lot of stuff. And that's why those rumors came about the Justice League, like continuation, but through the Snyderverse being a thing. And I think that's probably why, because they trust in his vision, I guess. They're ready to throw the money at him. And, Netflix, you're greenlit, Zack Snyder. You're greenlit.
Oh, it has they are doing a director's cut, though, aren't they?
They are, yes.
So that'll get people back in the fold. That's going to add another 10, 20 million into the long term.
Why not release that right away?
No problem.
Why not just release that? We have 2 cuts. It's Netflix. Why is there director's cut for Netflix?
Because it gets it another press cycle, Brian, because we'll talk about it again if people have any kind of reaction to it.
Yeah, it's true. But you know what?
It's cheap.
Whether you liked it or not, Mike, it's out there. It is cheap. They'll let him do that thing. He'll have like extra extended cuts of everything, the 4-hour cut, the 3-hour cut, all that's going to happen. Rebel Moon came out. Check it out on Netflix if you want to. I think it was worth watching, but again, it was kind of a letdown to me, and I'm excited to see if they can actually pull me back for the next one. We'll have to wait and see, but Rebel Moon's out, and Zack Snyder is going to keep pushing forward. Just like Mattel's going to keep pushing forward, because Mattel, what do they want, everybody? They want a cinematic universe. That's what they want, because everybody wants a cinematic universe, right? They want a cinematic universe. And right now, I know, Robbie Brenner came forward, the producer over at Mattel, and he said, we got lots of ideas. Wouldn't it be great if you had like Hot Wheels and Barbie together? We could do that, right?
No.
We already have, also, we've talked about this before, they have a Barney movie by A24 coming forward. There's a Polly Pocket film coming forward by Lena Dunham.
For fuck's sake.
There's also a Magic 8-Ball movie coming, everybody.
Enchantimals? Whoa.
I don't know. There's a major Matt Mason movie coming, astronaut action figure. We're doing all these things. Thomas the Train, I bet, will be freaking Barbie eventually. They'll probably be riding that train, having parties, drinking booze on their Tommy the Train. I don't know. I feel like this is going to be nuts, and I feel like they're going to go crazy with this. But this is a thing that's being pushed even more since Barbie did so well. I mean, Fisher Price, Power Wheels, Masters of the Universes include this, American Girl. They have right now, they have at least 45 films. 45 films are in development for Mattel, and they have 14 that have been announced so far, and they have even more on top of that they want to do. So their idea, since Barbie did so well, integrate all these characters, mix and match them, bring them together, have them all as one thing. Eventually, they all come together, just like an Avengers kind of thing together, to be like, oh, Mattel is going to kick some ass, Avengers style. I got the killers.
Little gleamers, pooperoos. I'm just reading shit now. What the fuck is this?
I don't know, Sean. There's a lot. I didn't even know how much content they have until I actually started looking at it, and I was like, you guys have a lot of stuff that I didn't even think about. The Magic 8-Ball one kind of makes sense to me. I'm like, oh, you could kind of do like a horror movie, like you shake the Magic 8-Ball and like, it kind of leads you down a death path or something like that.
Ouija movie. Whatever. Fuck that.
Can I go first?
Yes, Sabrina. What do you want to say about
Hard
that?
fucking pass. That's all I have to say. Hard fucking pass.
No,
okay? No, thank you. No, I don't. That's all I have to say. Fuck off, stupid, and fuck yourself.
You don't see like Barbie being mixed in with, I don't know.
I don't see any of it.
These comments are great.
None of it. Literally none of it.
It was Pooperoos, right? Am I reading it wrong?
I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Thomas and Friends.
That's it. I'm done talking. No, thank you. That's all I have for you.
That's all you got for us. Okay. That's all Sabrina has for you.
I think
40-something movies?
This.
No one gives a shit.
They have 41 in development right now. 45 in development. Sean?
Who could have guessed? Oh, I don't know. Me? Like fucking 40 episodes ago on Wednesdays, when we were first talking about the success that the Barbie movie was, they were like, oh, we'll just do all these other Mattel products. No, you fucking idiot. Barbie was a hit because it was a well-written, well-developed, like well-shot, like put-together movie. And like
Uno movie.
No, I don't want a little mommy movie. What are we doing, little mommy?
Little mommy.
Sigmajigs. I'm reading it. Sigmajigs. Let's do a whole. They took the wrong lessons again from the success of Barbie movie. It wasn't the fact that we cared about these toys or these franchises. We cared about a good story delivered with a great like actors and a wonderful director, and like it was great woman-led film, and it did amazing. Oh, but because it was a fucking Barbie. No, you fucking idiot. Like, of course, Hollywood took the wrong fucking lessons from this in the success of Barbie. It's disappointing, but not surprising. I can't wait to see Monster High. I even think that's got to be a fucking, like, I'm sure that's a Disney show already. What the fuck are we doing here, guys?
It might be. I know they're going nuts now. They're going nuts because they saw the success and they're ready to jump on that bandwagon and do more. They think they're gonna get $1 billion project for everything, but it's not going to be that because again, like you said, the Barbie movie really was something that was different, completely different than they've done before. Greta Gerwig's not going to write every freaking movie. She's not going to do a Thomas the Train one. She's not going to do that. So
well,
I don't know.
well, let's ask Greta first.
Let's
make
ask her.
sure.
Maybe
Let's
she's
ask
a
Greta
fantastic
first.
script.
If she's
About
got a great
coming of
idea
age
for
train,
Thomas,
finding his way into the world. Yeah, I don't know, but like Mike, you feel the same way as Sean here? Are you like, what the hell is happening? Are you excited about the Mattel properties moving forward? Because there's a lot of projects coming. Like I said, Uno maybe, Uno movie, Magic 8 Ball. A lot of properties for Mattel.
I think everybody thinks there's a bunch of sexy Rule 34 for the Mattel properties going to happen. Sean, I got to give you props. That has to be one of the definitely a top 3 Sean rant for Kruse Control. I mean, it's going to be out of context, but I'll have to pull the clip for pooparoos, like very confused and perplexed. Okay, so I know what I'm going to do after for the 10 minutes after I get off the show. I think everybody knows that executives have one emotion, right? And that's the emotion of cha-ching, dollar signs in the eyeballs. We all knew that Mattel was going to say, oh, Barbie did it. Okay, look at all this IP we're going to explore. Okay, you got 40 properties, guys. You're going to need to unearth 40 more Greta Gerwigs, okay? And newsflash, there aren't that many Greta Gerwigs to go around, okay? She is a skilled filmmaker and a sensitive person that cares about story and conversations with her actors. She made a really just cohesive unit out that happened to resonate, the property resonated with social themes that exist currently and historically. So if you can pull the historical themes out of Hot Wheels, actually Hot Wheels may be an outlier here because it might just be an okay, just straight up action franchise. But the Pooparoos, unless you can find a really resonating hero's journey that occurs naturally within the Pooparoos that maybe that resonates with the fall of the Soviet Union through the early 90s and the dissolution of those states.
Oh, I just thought of the worst thing. What if Thomas the Tank Engine was involved with the Holocaust? Oh. Think about that, right? It's strange. He's transporting something.
Christ.
I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with loving classic toys. There's nothing wrong with it. What I'm saying, it was a little dark. What I'm saying
it's a little bit dark.
I can't hear you, Sabrina.
I like this guy. This guy's a nice guy. I like this guy.
I'm wrapping up. But no, I know there's nothing wrong with nostalgia and classic toys and loving that kind of stuff. That's fine. But turning everything into a movie that was like where's the Stretch Armstrong movie? What the fuck? Who's telling that story, right? Come on. We don't need all that shit.
I do want the Stretch Armstrong movie, actually.
Ryan Gosling would fucking tear that up. Ryan Gosling would tear up a Stretch Armstrong movie. Come on. Pookaroos.
I know. But this is where Mattel's mind's at right now. They're like,
it was inevitable. It was 100% inevitable. There was no way this wasn't going to happen. And we'll see the question is there anybody that actually wants to grab on and continue with development that's just not going to be pure straight-to-video trash?
Obsessed with stupidity. So, yes. That doesn't mean that it's good. That doesn't mean that's correct.
So Hot Wheels movie will happen. Which one of these do you guys think has a likelihood of reaching?
Clearly Pooparoos.
Pooparoos, for sure. My money's on Pooparoos.
Enchantimals.
I don't know. There's a lot Power Wheels for sure is happening. We know that. J.J. Abrams attached to that.
Hot Wheels,
who's going to make a movie about fucking cars?
Hot Wheels, yeah. That was Power Wheels. Hot Wheels, yeah.
They do micro machines.
Hot Wheels too.
So is
small cars.
Roboto people. What's the robot one?
We can do Roboto people. You mean
isn't there a
Rock'em
robot?
Robots?
What?
Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
You talking about Alien Legion?
Isn't that Mattel?
Yeah, Rock'em Sock'em Robots. That's what they're doing.
You're welcome.
Mattel own at this point?
They got it all.
Apparently.
Hot Wheels, yeah. Hot Wheels is JJ.
Hot
that
Wheels
one's
for
Boy,
sure.
what a
happening, I
How is
think,
this
that-
crossover.
happening already?
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
JJ actually is really
God.
falling off the fucking tree. So
Well,
let's go
they're
next.
pushing the Mattel bandwagon right now, and I think that we're gonna have to wait to see what these projects are like. We have asked for new IPness over here on the show all the time. So is this the one we want? We don't know really. We have to wait
Nope.
and see. Or it's our Barbie
whole new
IP should
Mattel
understood what it was
universe.
actually. Yeah, it represents a lot to
MCU.
women too. This is a whole different thing. This is just money grabbing now at this point, and I think Mattel is just grabbing on that IPness, holding firm, and hoping that it just ride it all day long to get all their money. That's all it comes
Oh
down
my.
to.
Well,
But
let's see.
Ride
Hasbro
that
owns
penis.
Hasbro owns D&D, right?
yeah,
So they're
Yeah, I think-
trying to
Yes.
they're trying to get. They want some of that. They want to be competing with the Hasbro giant now.
They do. They also want to compete, Mike, with somebody else. The king of crossovers, the king of the multiverse, the king of the world we know, Marvel themselves, because Marvel's coming across. Rumors going around, they're going to switch it out to Marvel, or I should say Avengers versus X-Men. We'll talk about it. That leads me to our feature story of the night. So now, right now, there's been a rumor kind of going around. I'm not sure if it's going to happen because, again, I don't think they're going to ditch Kang. I'm still going to push Denzel as Kang the Conqueror. We got some great comments here, everybody. Great comments in the chat about that one discussion we had about Denzel Washington being Kang the Conqueror. Thank you
The
for
one
your inputs.
discussion, we
It was
had
so much.
300
It was
discussions.
just one. Just one.
Our last,
Sabrina.
our last big one, I should say, our last big one was very
Okay,
fun to
thank
see
you.
the
'cause
comments
we've been talking
rolling
about
in.
that for months.
Appreciate you out there, but we also want to talk about what could happen too. Now, there is an idea that Kang could become Kang the Beyonder, and then they maybe recast him that way, and they could make him older, and then all the pictures online show Denzel doing this part. That's one thing, but there's also this idea, and Sean can go on this probably better than I can, but X-Men versus Avengers. Now, this was a comic book franchise, a comic book storyline that came forward. Was it 2012, I think? And what his idea was they were trying to get a young mutant called Hope Summers. Like the X-Men were fighting to keep her. The Avengers were trying to lock her up and study her because it could be a threat to the whole world. And maybe they could go that route for the next phase of the MCU and get rid of Kang. But I would say this. People say this online. I'm like, that's a lot to throw all these characters in right away. Like throw all the X-Men in. Like you have one movie and then you dive into this. I think it's just not enough time. Marvel likes to draw things out. The idea could be cool down the line. Maybe the next phase, after we get through this Secret Wars phase, we do a Marvel versus Avengers. That could be really fucking cool. And then you actually integrate all the characters and eventually get there. I think if they did that right now and pulled it and just made it happen right now, pulled Kang, stopped everything, and just threw the X-Men in there with the Avengers, I think it might just be too much too fast. It could be cool, maybe too much too fast. And you still need to rebuild all these Avengers. We lost them all a long time ago. But this idea is floating on the internet. And I think right now, this is too soon for this to happen. It would be cool. It would be cool. I like the idea, but I think it's just too soon. Again, just cast Denzel and continue forward. That's my take. Sean, what do you think? You know this comic book. Do you think this would be a good idea for them to move forward now? Or do you think they should, keep going with the route they're going?
So quick 5 seconds on AVX is probably one of the best examples of a modern cash grab at the time. You took your two biggest franchises, the Avengers and X-Men, you put a MacGuffin in the middle, the Phoenix Force coming down. Each side kind of wanted to do different things with it, and the Phoenix Force was apparently going into Hope Summers, and it got delayed. Spoiler alert, didn't work out that way, but you got some pretty cool stories in there, but most of the comics leading up to it were literally just this hero versus this hero, fight. This hero versus this hero, fight. And it was stupid. And it looked like they were just going to sell a bunch of action figures at the time. And I don't see how you can make the leap between where the MCU is now and where it would need to be, the characters that would have to be introduced to get it to a place where AVX makes sense. If Kang is going to be a Beyonder, whatever. That's fine. Beyonder is, again, the power behind the whole Secret Wars thing. That's okay, I guess. Again, it just feels like if you really wanted to get rid of Kang, let Loki 2 mean a lot more than it probably is going to mean for the future of the MCU. We talked about that last week. But yeah, there's not enough established in the MCU currently that is a pivotal plot point within the AVX storyline. Now, again, they changed some shit. We don't know what the fuck Deadpool's doing because there's just so much shit going on. But, I mean, look at this, man. Who doesn't want to fucking buy these action figures and have them fight? That's all AVX was. It wasn't great. If anyone knows about Ollie's, you guys have the discount store chain Ollie's. AVX was all over that because no one bought that shit because it was not great. And, it was a fun little storyline for a little bit, but for fuck's sakes, man, if that's where we're dredging, the MCU is in worse shape than I thought it was.
Yeah. I see how Rachel says Taylor Swift for Dazzler. That's a whole thing going around too. Yeah, that could be. They're friends. Why not? Throw her in there. But yeah, Sean, it's just too soon for this.
Yeah,
it is.
It's
But
there's not enough. There's not enough. Again, there's none of the main characters in the MCU. You can't have a Hope Summers without having a Cyclops and a Jean Grey. Those characters don't exist in the MCU right now. We don't know where the fuck they're at. Maybe you can say you got Wolverine a little bit. Maybe you got Deadpool. Wolverine had a pivotal role. I don't really remember Deadpool's role, if any, in the AVX. There's no Colossus. There's no Emma Frost. No name. I mean, we have Namor. Sure. Okay, Namor's there. But any of the other pivotal characters are just not there for AVX, man. But yes, everyone would watch the fuck out of this.
We would all watch this. And again, like Banner was saying too, it's like, yeah, if they introduce them in Secret Wars and start bringing, which I think the idea is already there. I think the writing's on the wall. Like Hugh Jackman will come and do that after this, I believe. He'll continue him forward. Maybe his storyline will end though after Secret Wars and they have a new Wolverine come forward. Like Daphne could be, she could be it. She'd have his
storyline might end after Deadpool. Like, why are you signing him up?
Storyline ended in Logan. Let that shit die. He's dead in Logan.
He's not going to be done yet, though, Sean. He's doing a few movies. That's something that's already floated. He's doing a few movies.
I thought
he's not going away.
Okay.
No, he said that he signed up for a couple movies apparently, so he's going to be around for Secret Wars. So,
hey man, people like money apparently. News at 11. Yeah, I don't know.
Take that money.
Too bad.
Shocking.
Sabrina, I see your look right here. So what do you think? Is this a good way to take it away from the Kang storyline, integrate all these X-Men and make a whole different storyline this way? You already got Hugh Jackman again. We know he's coming in. Was that the easy segue? You bring them all in after this. They all fight it out. They duke it out. Maybe that's what Battle War is, or Battle World. Maybe Battle World is the X-Men versus the Avengers. And it's like a whole Marvel versus Capcom type deal like that. You know that game? Everybody saw that game. It's like that. You know, they put them all together, fight.
Good
and
reference,
whoever wins
Brian.
controls the world. What thanks, Sabrina.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
I really could give a shit less, honestly, until we see Deadpool. Deadpool is bringing all of these people in. They're doing all of the things. And I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on what's going to happen after that. They're doing so many things. They're bringing so many fucking people. So for me to speculate on what fucking Wolverine is going to be doing, or if he's going to be doing fucking anything, honestly, I don't understand why or how people are trying to fucking speculate on this bullshit. Let's see what happens in Deadpool. He's bringing in literally every person who's ever played a character in Marvel. And
maybe,
good for him.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, a lot of it's confirmed. There's a light alleged, just like it's alleged that you have COVID. Actually. So the question is, how in the world
alleged?
Do you?
How do you allege COVID? What are you talking? Oh, was it a joke?
You allege that somebody has anything. You could allege anything. I mean, you could allege that I'm not drinking coffee. You could allege that Mike doesn't have to go to work tomorrow.
No one thinks you're drinking coffee.
Well, I mean, I usually have a straw in a regular cup. By the way, you're correct. I'm not drinking coffee. My point is,
not today,
you can literally allege anything.
Not today.
Okay, not today. You know what? Pepe alleges that not today is going to be the day that I'm going to make him go to his crate and not come out because he's being an asshole.
Oh boy.
I'll never do
you don't
that.
think so Sabrina, you think that honestly the idea.
Don't get upset. Pepe's my homie. I'm just saying I cannot possibly have a conversation about something that is so far away and so not current and so speculatory. I'm just not going to do it. I'm really not. Once we see Deadpool and we see who comes back and what happens, how they introduce the X-Men, how they handle things, that's a different story. Currently, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
But Sabrina, that's what we do here, though. We take,
right, but this is
the news
so,
and then we.
This is so off the
speculation
the
station.
It is so off the meter. You know what? Other things about who's going to do this, who's going to show up in there, but this is like 2027 bullshit, and I don't have the bandwidth for it. I really don't.
I mean, honestly, with Beast showing up in Marvels, it gives you a lot of different ways to take that storyline and that character.
Sure.
Could it be introducing X-Men earlier than we think? It's possible.
No, I think X-Men is absolutely going to be introduced, but I would like to see how they do that before I speculate on what else they're going to do.
We're also glancing over the other part that Brian said. The Avengers aren't in a great place right now.
Because Marvel is not in a great place right now.
Well, there's not too many of them left, right? I mean, we know, like Kevin Feige he's spoken so many times about the fact that Robert Downey Jr. is not coming back. That story is done. Iron Man is done. I think he's kind of said something similar for Chris Evans. Yeah, like we're supposed to have these new characters. We haven't really even given the audience time to like the new characters because so much has been put out with these new characters has sucked.
I love all the characters, but there's going to be some weird multiverse shit that happens in Deadpool that's going to restructure what is going to happen. So like to keep every single time guessing, oh, it's going to be this or oh, it's going to be that or it's driving me nuts. Like I just want to see what they're doing, and it's not that far away. Like let me just see what happens in Deadpool, and then
but how cute's my dog though?
You what?
How cute's my dog though?
Just sleeping down there.
All right. Well, I have a similar situation. It's not on my lap. I mean, I love the characters. I want things to happen. I'm excited for a lot of things, and I'm certainly excited for Hugh Jackman to return as Wolverine. And I'm not of the party where it's like I need new people to play these characters because that has happened before and it didn't work as well. You know what I mean? Like there's this. You know, there was the Jennifer Lawrence as not Rogue. What's her name?
Mystique.
Mystique, thank you. And someone else played Rogue. I don't know who she was. The worst movie I've ever seen in my life. No. Olivia Munn. Was it Olivia Munn? Who?
No, she
played Psylocke.
Yeah.
Oh, horrible. Just poking out behind rocks and being annoying.
It wasn't a good use of that character. That's fair. Yeah.
Whoever played Storm in that also not great. Isaac. What's his name? Isaac.
Oh, you're talking about
he played the molester. What's his name? It was literally everyone he talked to. It looked like he was trying to fuck, and it was so off-putting. And I was like, I don't think I can ever watch this movie.
Apocalypse. Yeah.
Oscar. Yes, he played Apocalypse. Okay. Oh my god. I was like, why are you trying to fuck a rock and a human and a person and a girl and a boy? It was so off-putting. And Olivia Munn was just like this.
I mean, aside from the fact that, Apocalypse's look didn't do too well, and I'm sure the script
none of it did well.
It was
terrible.
Okay.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
Okay.
The movie was 6 people, not one person liked it. It wasn't just me. It was terrible.
Okay.
My point is you can't. They rebooted these characters several times and it didn't fly. So I'd prefer to see Halle Berry back as Storm. I would prefer to see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Although I will take Daphne Keane any day. She was spectacular in Logan. She was really good in that other show with the Muppet face lady. What's her name? Dark Materials.
Muppet face lady.
Spectacular.
Oh yeah, she was
spectacular.
Great. She was terrifying.
Yeah.
She is spectacular. I love her and I'm into her. Like that's a transition I could take. You know,
Power Rangers, baby.
Very true. I think I said that shit when I saw that too.
I mean, I don't know what he looked like, but it literally his acting was like he was trying to coitus like every person he saw. It was too much for me to handle. I'm sorry. I was like, is he trying to fuck the elevator? Like it was just too much. Too much. And one of my favorite actors. It was just a lot. So I don't know. The speculation part for me is like I'm so over it. I just want to see what they're doing. I know people want to reboot, and great, fine, have a reboot. I hope you can cast people that were as good as the first people, because currently you have not been doing great with that. So let's do a whole new thing. Let's make it better, and let's do a new phase, because whatever's happening now is a shit show, and you need to fix it. And if Deadpool is the way you fix it, awesome. If it's not, I look forward to see how you do it.
Denzel is the fix, Sabrina. Denzel is the fix.
Yeah.
Good wrap up, Sabrina. I thought you brought it all together there in the end.
Thank you, Mike.
You really came around there. Yeah.
I know it was a lot. I started off, wide. I brought it in tight.
Mr. Casey, what do you think about this? How you feeling about this? It's a good route. Should they just branch off, bring the X-Men right now, smack those motherfuckers down, they have them fight each other at the Avengers? Or do you think they should,
Okay.
or should they,
We
continue
started
to
out with The Rock,
recast
so
King?
he's in SmackDown mode.
I guess that came into my head, This, turn those some bitches sideways and
Put on
make
your
that
fanny
come into-
pack, MCU. You're getting the SmackDown.
What do you think about this?
Brian, wow, we got okay. So I think that Sabrina has a point. As more and more information comes out about what they're going to do. Obviously, Deadpool is going to be a big jump in what the direction looks like going forward. I think that we're going to have opportunity again and again, because really to speculate on where they're going to head, because it's really not just one movie, right? This is property upon property upon property.
Yeah.
And yes, so I'm just trying to think about all the tapestry that we were weaving just then. There's so much going on. MCU does seem like they're in a bit of a hard place, right? We're losing a lot of really charismatic actors, although I guess Logan is going to be clinging for a little bit longer than I had realized, which is great. I'd love to see Halle Berry back as Storm. She's another person that still looks incredible, could bring in butts to seats.
Oh yeah.
So
that's
what you got,
interesting. No, I like what you're saying there, because I agree. Like it's nice to bring back some of these old talents or these old actors that have done these characters, but when you think about even like the MCU or even the previous X-Men movies, the MCU, let's just even focus down there. You had about a decade plus years to get used to these characters, seeing them, getting used to them and understanding how they were played and how they kind of fit into the whole universe. And I just feel like we haven't given the graces to the new generation, the next generation of the heroes that the MCU is pushing now, because quite frankly, they've really shortchanged them, right? Like there hasn't been great introduction.
They haven't invested strongly enough in the future.
Haven't.
They've been banking on what has been bankable thus far, which is the established talent.
Yes, and like Wakanda Forever. I mean, I do like the way that they introduced Namor. I thought that was fine, but Riri Williams, the supposed the person that's supposed to take on the throne of Iron Man, that was so shoehorned in there. It was just such and even like the Multiverse of Madness, you literally had America Chavez because she was the one whose powers to punch holes in the multiverse. Like what the like, how can you do that to those characters and expect, okay, we're going to introduce you kind of like in an offhand scene, maybe even off camera, and that's going to be it. And then we'll see how you do, and hopefully you'll get to do it for 10 years without people hating you. Like thank God Miss Marvel got a whole TV show at least. And I thought that she did well.
Did you like that? Did you like that?
I did like Miss Marvel. I thought they did a really good job.
I liked it too.
It was good. It was good. It was faithful to the character, aside from the changing of her powers, which is fine, because I always thought her powers were a little weird and wonky anyway. And because of when she debuted in the Marvel comic universe, they had like a fatwa on all mutants, right? So they made her an Inhuman, but it never made sense for the character. It was, of course, she was supposed to be a mutant, but it was just poor timing because of Marvel legal battles at the forefront, right? So it's all fucking stupid. I just think, like, again, if Marvel had given the care to supposedly this new generation of characters, they wouldn't be trying to undercut them at every fucking pass. Give us some time to like them, actually invest in their movies, in their shows, in whatever properties, and don't just throw it all out. I mean, I'm really disappointed in what they're doing with Echo. Like, they're just going to drop it.
I can't see Echo. Can't wait.
I can't wait too. I think it's going to be great. But again, just throwing it all out at once it just feels like you're not really believing in it. Even this season of What If has been weird. How it's like every day you get another episode, and they've been really hit or miss too. But like, there's no time for us to get excited about it because it's just there again. And like Iron Man, you waited so many goddamn years until Iron Man 2, or he showed up in Avengers or whatever. Like, it was just a lot, and we're just not giving the time and the appreciation or the credence to any of these new characters, and we're surprised that they're failing. Like, come on.
Well,
There's no like
I
build
think
up for
all this stuff.
anticipation.
I think all this stuff ties together. You're talking about they're not having the investment in characters, right? We're talking about we're having continuity fatigue, right? I think I'm trying to think of there's all these issues that are occurring, and I think that they're all kind of interrelated. And it doesn't seem like there's a strong idea moving forward. But it does seem like the chickens are kind of coming home to roost, and we're just kind of up in the air for the time being.
I mean, I think a lot of that is true because, especially with this Jonathan Majors bullshit, like the two
Jonathan
biggest
Majors,
things. When you think about this,
we lost Black Panther too. Like that was a major developing.
Exactly, losing Chadwick Boseman, one of the biggest rising stars of the MCU, like was an amazingly well done movie. Beautiful, like they gave
everybody
it
liked
such
him.
important. Everyone liked it. He was such a good guy. Like he was one. Having him pass unexpectedly, and then this Jonathan Majors thing, like those are two pretty big fucking curveballs to throw out an apparent, multi-year, multi-decade plan of phases. So of course there's going to be like some course correction, but I just feel like right now they're just kind of like saying, well, fuck it, we got to pack it in, and we'll end some stuff, and maybe we'll reboot in 5 years. I don't know.
I think Shang-Chi's supposed to start shooting this year. There's a lot of projects that have been pushed and pulled and pushed and pulled. Like these curveballs, talking about Jonathan Majors, a huge curveball. Everyone's talking, like Sabrina's like, we're speculating a lot. That's what happens when these situations happen, because we have no idea what will happen. And so that's what we do. We talk about it. It's fun, but honestly,
and the strikes. I mean, come on.
The strikes. There's a lot of shit that happened in Marvel, and they have to Disney, they have to dance around it, figure it out. They're being sued about Beauty and the Beast. So they're doing a lot of stuff, lawsuits and people being fired, and they're doing a lot, Marvel. And honestly, some stuff will probably be announced very soon. I heard that the Fantastic Four will be announced like in the coming days. We're found what that casting is going to be. The first Deadpool trailer is going to come out during the Super Bowl. Wait to find that finally. So I can't wait to see that. And so a lot of information will be coming in the next couple months. Can't wait to see it. But Marvel, Avengers versus the X-Men, I think it's too soon. But people are speculating maybe it's going to happen. I don't think so. I think it's bullshit. End of the day, let's wait on that and let's figure out Denzel as Kang and let's get him cast so we can move forward and make everything happen. Because with Denzel, Marvel will be okay. Anyways, everybody, thank you for being on Kruse Control as always. Appreciate you as always. It was fun having a conversation. Happy Hump Day. We're at 987, not 87 subscribers, I think. Something like that. 987. We want to reach that 1,000 by the end of the year. We're very close. Very close. We're almost there. The lucky 13, right?
We got to do it. You can start getting written checks, Brian. You're going to get monetized here in 1 year.
Oh,
you started off very beginning of the year. Hit 1,000.
How about, guys, if you're still watching, most importantly, can you please hit the like button? And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. That would be super helpful to us. Thank you so much.
Just grab you guys, none of this happens without you guys. So thank you guys in the chat. So we're coming up to the end of the year. Thank you guys so much for being here with it. You honestly make this so much more enjoyable for all of us to do. We love talking to each other, but we love having you guys and getting to hang out with you, getting to feel like we know you guys a little bit. Honestly, like some of you got great hysterical takes, and we love to interact with you. So so get us to that 1,000. Grab a roommate, shoot your mom a Facebook, grab her phone from her, sign her up. Get Brian and Sabrina out there getting checks from YouTube.
Yeah, it's just also then we can eventually, it helps because it does cost a lot of money to do the show, but you know what? It's fun to do it. So that's what it comes down to. It's fun to do it. We're happy to be here with you. It's been great conversations. Lucky 13 GR. Can't thank you enough for being here. Appreciate you as always. And we'll get there. I think we're gonna get there. We have a few days. I think it's gonna happen. I believe in everybody. I believe in it. And thank you for being here as always on Kruse Control. Mr. Sean Sutherland, thank you for being here as always. Thanks for joining us. It wouldn't be a Wednesday if Sean wasn't here. Hope you feel better from the COVID. It looks like you're doing better, man. Knock that shit out. Get back to life.
So happy to be here. So glad to be here. Lucky to be here. All that kind of good stuff. Hope everyone had a lovely Christmas. I don't care that I didn't. I'm sure I'll get mine soon. Just how it goes. It's Wednesday. I got to be Kruse Control. Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you so much, Sabrina. Thank you so much, Mike, and Peppy, of course, for allowing me to be here. And Happy New Year, everybody.
Brian knows this poll and then never tells anyone who wins hot takes. Just
I forgot again. Okay, so Sean, Sabrina won the hot takes. The poll was going the whole time. Sean was in the lead last I looked, but 56% Sabrina, 33% Sean, 11% Mike.
Oh yeah, thanks whoever that was.
Way to go, Mike.
So I
That
totally
third
forgot.
party candidate pulling away.
I kept it going the whole show. I guess we can do that at the end of the night. Just remember, we just keep voting through the whole night. But yeah, Mike, thank you for being here as always on Kruse Control. Appreciate you. Happy holidays. Thanks for joining us on Kruse Control as always. Hope you have a great rest of your week. And yeah, I appreciate you being here as always, man.
It was great. It's been a blast. It's been an awesome first year with you guys.
First year.
So much fun. I had so much fun, guys.
Season 1.
It was so goofy.
Season
I made
1.
such a massive idiot of myself
Me too. Dude, that's all I do.
once or twice a week for a whole year. I didn't think
Yeah.
I could do it, but here
Nailed
we
it.
are.
Fun.
Still here.
Fun.
Still here, having fun. Sabrina Vittori, thank you again for being here as always, my lovely co-host. Hope you had a great night tonight, and hope you had a great holiday season. And we'll see you soon, and kick some ass out there, and take some names, and give Peppy a pet.
Thank you very much. Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Super happy to be here. Thank you everyone in the chat. You guys make the show. I really appreciate it. Like I said, please like and subscribe. We're so close. We got a couple days.
Close.
I think we can do it.
It's crazy. I never thought it was going to happen, actually, but here we are. Almost there. Almost there. All you out there, again, 13 people. Yeah, just spread the word. 187. Please like and subscribe. Join our Patreon if you can. And once it gets monetized, things will change some more. There'll be a lot more stuff added back. That's kind of how it happens. But you got to tell your friends, your family, uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, great-grandmas, and all the grandparents of all the world, of all the multiverses out there that had kids and babies and chinchillas, who had babies that had kids that subscribed to Kruse Control. They subscribe. You can subscribe. Everybody can subscribe. If you can do it, I can do it. We all can do it. We can get to that 1,000. We've been happening before we know it. When it happens, we'll be so excited. We'll have to see them. Not thinking so much in the chinchillas and the fucking beavers and the bears and the fucking dogs and the animals that I don't even know yet. The dinosaurs. So the pooperoos. Make the pooperoos because it's so much. We love you so much. Happy 148. 148. I was hoping it's 150 before the year, but I think we'll get to 149. It is what it is. But thank you for being here on Kruse Control, everybody. Have a great night. Happy hump day. Hump it up with the loveliest of all the humpies all day. And until Friday, everybody. Well, I guess it's Friday. There's some balloons coming. Until Friday, hump it up. Have fun. Enjoy your week. And yeah, I guess we'll see you then. Thank you again for joining us as always. And until then, see ya.